Okay, hello my ever afters. So I'm finally gonna be watching the second part of the behind the scenes. So that's 3, 4, and 5. And then I think for the after I finish up with the Unibus tour, I will be going back to some of maybe the longer episodes that I got recommended before, and then also obviously going back and watching or going finally to watch the like behind the scenes of the recording, and I think they also dropped the behind the scenes of the MV shooting, so I will be watching that later or next. But anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and watch, y'all. Let's go.
그리고 약간 저는 유니스를 부산에 이렇게 좀 남기고 싶어요. 재밌겠는데?
Oh yeah, they did that. I forgot. I remember that. How does it look like? Ah, cute.
Can't you feel it? Can't you see it? 오묘하게 가려진 말 상상해봐 뭐든지 all the good things
I was also curious how they were gonna edit it too.
너무 차이 전부 내 맘대로 디자인 참 놀라웠지 나를 보여준 타입
Even on the bus? Okay.
숨겨지지 않아 it is what you say 알아봐 take you under 내조차 내 정도 모르니 이 순간도 baby 보여줘 who I am I have power 나도 follow no one can stop me I can't deny 늘 단단하게 내 뒤를 바로 one step 노래해 lie lie la 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 lie 이렇게 나나나나나나나 I tell my superwoman I'm when I wanna cause I'm my own super
It's still like funnier, like cute how they do the, the shots of it kind of being like actual, like, MV, or like, when they're doing a performance where they kind of like do like they're going like this with the camera, right? I wonder if they were like, for like, especially for the moments where they're out and about in public, I wonder if they were a little bit like shy about it. What you think about me? What you think about me? What you think about me?
새롭게 펼쳐나가 What you think about me
What you think about me?
세상을 바꿔 la 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 Just trust me 알아봐 take you under 내조차 내 정도 모르니 이 순간도 baby 보여줘 who I am I have power 나도 follow no one can stop me I can't deny 늘 단단하게 내 뒤를 바로 one step 노래해 lie lie la 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 la
It definitely gives it more of like a youthful like feeling, right? Because like it's scenes of them also like on the bus and like traveling to like the next destination.
Let's go.
But yeah, I like that they kind of did that whole. I know it was like part of like one of the like not mission but like punishment kind of thing, for especially for like Nana and Yuna, where they ended up losing the game, so they had to like wake up and like film the MV. But I'm like, I don't know if they had said to everyone that they were gonna do the whole thing, or maybe they were like, oh, like, maybe we'll just like film like parts of it here and there, kind of getting also to see like the scenery of Busan and like the different places that they went, and kind of like adding like a little bit more exposure that way for the group and like for Busan in general. So I think it's very smart on their part to kind of like also just to show like, oh, like, even though that some parts of them doing like the choreo, right, there's other parts where they're just kind of like enjoying like the ride that they're on, kind of like to the next destination with like the wind in their hair, you know, kind of having fun, you know, enjoying it. So it's like very much like cutesy and more like natural in that way, right? But we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next 2 episodes or behind the scenes episodes.
Let's go. 딴내집 놀자. 빠빠빠삐라. 넌 내게 빠빠빠삐라.
Oh, this is behind the scene for the MV.
사진 찍기 좋겠다 여기. 저희가 북이랑 그때 얘기했을 때 돌이랑 북이 안 왔잖아. 그때 돌이랑 말했을 얘기 나눴을 때 그 부산에 가서 유니스를 남기고 싶다라고 했었잖아요. 그래서 여기서 저희만의 뮤직비디오 찍는 거 어때요?
They're like, what? They're like, 여기 있어요? If you know, you know.
여기 어때요? 여기 전망도 너무 좋고 예쁜 꽃들도 많고 도전! 왜요? 도전! 좋아요! 해보세요. 재밌겠다 근데? 어디서 찍어야 되지? 저 케이블카 로고 앞에서 살까요? 좋아요! 좀 뭔가 여기 송도인 거 알리기 위해서 저기가 좋은 거 같아요. 저희 가볼까요? 이 달에서 하자. 어때? 좋아요. 여기서 뭔가 빰빠라바라바라바라바라 사람 안 뽑으면서 올라가자.
Oh, I like that they also like kind of planned this. I wonder if they like played the song for them while they did this, you know, to like help with the marking and like the beat, to like make sure they're hitting. There you go. There you go. There's my answer.
숨었다가 빰빰빰. 좋아요. 빰빰빰. 인트로 이렇게 하고 너가 파트하면서 나가. 그 우리 셋은 여기 나가. 연락 이렇게 볼래. 나눠를 잡아주세요. 말씀드리고
Oh,
상상해봐 여기서.
역시 리더님. They're like,
너 여기서 생각.
she's over here like trying to like plan the blocking and everything.
아니 내가 그거 할게. 너가 이거 너 파트. 나를 보여준 타이밍. 이거 어디가 있죠? 우리는
Also, I wonder if they did like the whole thing, like each of them did their whole thing, like in each respective like place, and then they whatever the editors like edited, they cut from both of them. You know what I mean? And then they meshed it together that way. Yeah, there we go.
너가
Mood though, yeah.
끌고 가 살짝. 네네네. 뒤쪽에서 숨기지 않나. ASMR 위해서 우리가 여기 있을 거야. 아이고 이 뭐지? 이거 이렇게 하고 있거든. 여기 앞에서 할게 그러면. 리허설 해보자 그러면. 오케이. 네. 오 마이 갓.
They're like, we didn't think this through.
뮤직. 나눠 잡아주시면 됩니다.
They're like, grab the model, yeah, like it's like very much like one take, you know?
앞뒤 바꿔.
Surprisingly, it's going well though. For real, cause like he was going all out to get these like ummak bangsong like shots for like the camera work. Yeah, you should have marked it a little bit.
여기서 너가 여기로 와.
But it's good that they need like a run through so they can like rework it, right?
그러니까 이것도 꼬떡꼬야 진짜. 여기 우리 오는 거 알고 있는 거 아니야? 와. 그러니까요. 하필 여기에 슈퍼먼츠는 저 여우랑 고릴라가 있어가지고 열심히 안 할 수가 없네.
Like we can't let this like, you know, we gotta make it proud.
마지막 따가는 거 없어. 네. 빰빠라란 따닥 뚜두루 따닥 뚜두루 따닥 1, 2, 3 지금 오케이 오케이 네 부끄러워
I definitely like watching like the behind the scenes for it because like I had questions obviously, right, and they got answered pretty quickly. The way they're all giving like koyangi with like hiding and like appearing. Sign. Make a mine. Okay, let's go. I wonder if, I'm guessing the next part maybe might be the red lines version or like their behind the scenes and everything, which I'm like I like that they did it separately because we can see like how much of what they like coordinated with each other to like in what spot, you know, like and how they like kind of like or I don't know if it's just maybe it's just this part was just for them because they showed a lot of their like behind the scenes. I guess it was just Green Line who had like very interesting like planning, and so they're like, oh, let's like follow them and like record that part or include that.
잠깐만 엘리 저 아까 내가 발견한 집
I we're watching the second teams.
어디 있을까? 안 되는데. 오. 농땡이 하다가 찾아버렸네. 뭘까? 잠깐만. 나 오늘 뭐 있나봐. 나 뭐 있나봐. 오늘 만지는 것만. 잠깐. 아니.
Oh, they were all underneath all those?
뭐야 너무 운이 좋잖아. 뭐가 다른 것 같은데. 별 스티커가 있고 없고의 차이인가? 안녕하세요. 올라가도 되겠죠? 여기 아무것도. 우와. 뭐야?
Oh, it made a lot of noise, I guess.
여기는 오빠가 아닌 것 같아. 지금 2개 찾았어. 근데 진짜? 별 스티커가 나 하나밖에 없어. 별 스티커가 없어. 있다. 있어? 저기 가볼게. 애들이 여기를 왔다. 현주입니다. 나 진짜 많이 찾았어. 진짜요? 귀여워. 저 아직 2개밖에 없어요. 귀여워.
They're getting distracted.
수갈. 있다. 어디? 알았어. 여기가 친구. 나와주세요. 어디 있을까요?
Before it gets crazy with the rest of the what's it called? They said.
핑크색. 귀여워요. 어떡해. 많이 찾았어. 야. 뭔가 왔어. 아니, 뭔가 왔어요. 뭐가 와. 뭔가 소리가.
Oh yeah, it's the
화이팅.
like run.
놀라.
It's how they're running, but they're also like running with care because you know like not trying to like make a lot of noise or disturb.
어딨어? 왜 없어? 뭐야? 아니 숨은 거 아니야 이 정도면?
They all hid.
잠시만 너무 무서워.
She's like, don't make noise then. Girl, you can see your hole. Kotoko, run! Run! I guess they're not allowed to run, maybe?
찾은 거 같지 않아요? 나 많이 찾았어. 한 7개? 우와, 대박.
They're like, 위험해, 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 위험해!
안 돼, 뛰면 안 돼, 뛰면 안 돼! 안 찍었어, 안 찍었어. 아니, 젤리 언니가 뛰어요. Don't run, don't run. No running.
So much for it being quiet, like... I was like, they're probably either trying to disturb the peace, you know, they're trying to be quiet. Where is this quiet? Because, like, they're full on shouting.
앉아있으세요, 옆에.
Y'all being so loud. She's like, I'm fast walking with all my might. Like, same. 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 You got long legs, use them. You, like, pull along your long stride and, like, run, like, fast walk. It's, like... It's all about the strides, y'all.
뛰는 것보다 걷는 게 더 힘들거든요.
Ah, I'm sad. That was the end of it. Yeah, I really wish they would have kept these in, or not. Well, not necessarily like the MV. That could have been like the whole behind the scenes. The MV and like the behind the scenes for the Green Line team could have been like a whole like those could have been like the behind the scenes that clips that makes sense, and the rest of it I feel like it should have. I wish they could have left it in because it would have been more. It would have made more sense with the continuity of the episodes. Because like I mentioned before in the last part, they really like mix a lot of like the episodes like out of order. So then I'm like, it left me a little bit confused because I think obviously there were parts with like episode 1 and like episode like 2, but then all of a sudden it went to like episode like 9 where they were making like the cake, and I'm just like, whoa! I'm like, why are we like jumping all the way to like that part? But I guess it's because they for the part 3 and 4, they were leaving it for the MV and like the green lines behind the scenes of the MV making, like the way they practice, and then obviously the obviously this last part was like towards the end as well, like episode 9 or 10. So I'm just like, it just made it weird. It was just weird how they did that, but oh, I'm sad. That means this is over. I mean, obviously I know that I believe Kotoko and Jelly like did like a separate like series where I think they go to, I forgot exactly what like province or what city they go to in Korea, and it's kind of like, I guess it's supposed to be like kind of the same thing as like UNIBUS, but except for just it's just with them two, I guess, and like them exploring the area. So like I might move on to that next, or like I said, I think I have like a couple of like longer videos that people were asking me to react to that I haven't gone to, and then obviously I'm gonna be doing the like behind the scenes recording and behind the scenes of the MV like making. But yeah, either way, like I'm glad that I got to like watch this because it definitely gave me a little bit more like of a new insight or like perspective of like how the members are like together, especially like this being like the beginnings of their like chemistry together, and like how they got along and like what their dynamic is, right? Because obviously I haven't seen, this is like my first like time seeing stuff like as a group or like in groups from like in smaller groups, other group, where I feel like, you know, obviously I haven't seen much except for like the Weekly Idol episodes, and then obviously the 8th one. They're the only other ones I've seen, so it's definitely giving me some kind of like view of like how each member is and their personality as well. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.